The story of Abraham. Breakdown of the story of Abraham from the Bible, primarily found in Genesis 11 to 25. It's an inspiring journey of faith, obedience, trials, and God's promises. The call of Abram, Genesis 12 verses 1 to 9. God tells Abram to leave his homeland, Ur of the Chaldeans, and go to a land he will show him. Promise, I will make you into a great nation, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Abram obeys and journeys to Canaan with his wife Sarai and nephew Lot. Journey to Egypt in deception, Genesis 12 verses 10 to 20. Due to famine, Abram goes to Egypt. Fearing for his life, he tells Pharaoh Sarai is his sister. God intervenes, Pharaoh discovers the truth, and Abram is sent away unharmed but with great wealth. God's covenant with Abram, Genesis 15. God promises Abram descendants as numerous as the stars, even though he and Sarai are still childless. Abram believes, and God credits it to him as righteousness. God makes a covenant, predicting Israel's future slavery in Egypt and eventual return to Canaan. Hagar and the birth of Ishmael, Genesis 16. Sarai, still childless, gives her maidservant Hagar to Abram. Hagar bears Ishmael, but tension grows between her and Sarai. An angel tells Hagar her son will become a great nation too. The covenant of circumcision, Genesis 17. God renames Abram to Abraham, father of many, and Sarai becomes Sarah, princess. God institutes circumcision as a sign of the covenant. He promises a son, Isaac, through Sarah even in their old age. The three visitors and the promise renewed, Genesis 18. Three mysterious visitors, possibly angels or a theophany of God, visit Abraham and Sarah. They reaffirm the promise, Sarah will bear a son within a year. Sarah laughs, and God responds, is anything too hard for the Lord? Abraham intercedes for Sodom, Genesis 18 verses 16 to 33. God plans to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for their wickedness. Abraham pleads for mercy, asking if the cities would be spared for the sake of the righteous. God agrees to spare them if even 10 righteous people are found. Destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis 19. Lot is saved, but the cities are destroyed. Lot's wife looks back and turns into a pillar of salt. Abraham watches from a distance, trusting God's justice. Birth of Isaac, Genesis 21. Isaac is born to Abraham and Sarah in their old age, just as God promised. Hagar and Ishmael are sent away but cared for by God, with Ishmael also becoming a great nation. The test of Abraham's faith, Genesis 22. God commands Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham obeys, but God stops him at the last moment. A ram is provided as a substitute, symbolizing obedience and foreshadowing Christ. Sarah's death and burial, Genesis 23. Sarah dies at 127. Abraham buys the cave of Machpelah as a burial site, his first piece of the promised land. Isaac's marriage, Genesis 24. Abraham sends a servant to find a wife for Isaac. Rebekah is chosen by divine guidance and agrees to go. Their marriage ensures the continuation of the covenant. Abraham's death, Genesis 25 verses 1 to 11. Abraham marries again, Keturah, has more children, but leaves the inheritance to Isaac. He dies at 175 years old and is buried beside Sarah.